Delta Airlines is often known as the best airline of the United States, but is it really? This week, I want to show you why this may be an overrated airline.
And that's why we're here at New York JFK Terminal 4 to take Delta in their economy class from here in New York over to London Heathrow. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. Let's go. Okay, in Terminal 4, it looks like Delta pretty much rules the roost here. Got Virgin Atlantic down there as well. Virgin Atlantic and Delta do code share, so it makes sense that they're in the same terminal. But let's see now, where are we going to check in? Spoiled choice, to be honest, and I'm not good at choosing, as you know.
Take you all the way down, okay? Hi there.
Checking for London open yet?
Yes, if your flight is operated by Delta, you can scan your passport in any machine available.
Okay.
The machine gives you the boarding pass, and then you follow the yellow sign for security.
Perfect, thank you very much.
Finding myself an empty check-in machine, I retrieved my ticket and then headed to TSA security. Or what I thought was TSA. Turns out it was so busy that we would be taken to another TSA station in the basement, in the most dull conga line in history.
Okay, we have made it through security, through TSA. Not sure where the gate's going to be. We've got quite a while to wait until we are boarding, so yeah, just need to find out what there is to eat, get coffee maybe, and just wait. As we're in New York, I think we probably have to get pizza, don't we? Yeah, let's go have some pizza.
And ironically, I did struggle to find a place that served New York style pizza. However, there were plenty of places serving Chicago style pizza.
Okay, so my pizza has arrived. It is very loud in here, but yeah, gonna enjoy this and then we'll be on the plane. I did look at the gate and it turns out this place that I found is actually just 3 gates away. So yeah, pretty good guessing, the gate guessing game. But yeah, just gonna have this and then we'll be on the Delta flight. I believe it's an A330 over to London Heathrow. Just had my pizza there. It was very, very nice. Let's go find the gate. I can see the gate right there. Gate 30, B31. That's us. So, next task is, can we find somewhere to get coffee? I'm sure we will be able to, but I haven't had coffee today and I really, really want a coffee. This is not like me. I'm slipping. Hello. Can I get a small Americano, please? Great, thank you very much.
But eventually, I did find what I was looking for.
I actually managed to find some coffee. It took me quite a while, to be honest. It was quite a long walk from gate B31 to B35 and 34. Let's give this coffee a try. I'm hoping it's a bit stronger. American coffee is quite weak. Oh wow, that's proper strength. Well done. Good coffee. Very, very good coffee. I can recommend that place. I've forgotten what it was already, but I got my coffee.
Getting to our gate, the flight was on the board, and boarding should be starting soon. I say should, as I noticed the flight was going to be delayed.
So waiting at the gate, it looks like the flight is delayed because there's some maintenance being done on one of the engines, so, don't know. I'm just gonna have to wait and see how long our delay is gonna be. Can't rush these things. Safety comes first, so I don't get too annoyed when things like this happen.
Finding somewhere where I could see our Airbus A330, this was the state of the right engine. And it wouldn't be until over an hour until we got any sort of news. Leaving everyone a bit clueless as to what's happening, the engineers performed a bunch of tests on the engine.
Okay, it looks like the ground team has shut the engine up and the plane has been fueled and they made themselves away. So just waiting for the announcement now. Is the flight going to be cancelled or are we on our way? Captain has come out. Oh dear.
Folks, another update on the London flight. So maintenance just told me that they replaced the question.
The team just performed the test, as you saw there. but they're back down at the engine, so I don't know what's going on. Could be a cancellation, this one. At this rate, this is taking quite a while.
Knowing a cancellation could be likely, I decided to seek advice from the most enthusiastic customer support staff ever.
Hi there, how you doing? I'm waiting on the London flight at the moment. I just want to check, is there later flights to London?
There's nothing else for London.
Nothing else for London.
So
What
that's
about,
the best bet.
okay, what about the Paris flight? If it got cancelled, would I be able to change onto the Paris flight at all? I don't have checked-in bags. I only have carry-on.
Okay, so yeah, something to check. You're asking like what time's in the Paris flight, or?
No, the one just there. The one leaving at 10. Just if the London one gets cancelled, let's just have a backup plan.
No seats. What's your cabin?
Economy.
There's no seats in that. So you need business.
Okay.
One.
With that idea exhausted, I headed back to the gate to await with the other passengers for any kind of news. And for over 2 hours, we would wait, and wait, and wait. I must say really that I have no issue with the engineers and flight teams taking their time to ensure the aircraft safety, but the communication here is pretty terrible. Thankfully, after a long wait, it was announced we could start boarding and get on our way to London Heathrow.
Okay, it looks like we're finally about to start boarding. Checks came back okay, everything's good with the aircraft, so we're going to get on board and get on over to London. Getting on board Delta's A330-300 over to London Heathrow. Hi there.
Hello.
42A?
42A.
So-
You're going to go this way. It's going to be on your right. Yes, sir.
Perfect, thank you very much.
Getting on board Delta's A330, the business class is laid out in a 121 config, and the economy section is laid out in a 242 seating arrangement.
Here we are then on the Delta economy class. I'll just show you around the seat wheel quickly. It's actually pretty nice. A330 obviously, so it's a 242 configuration. The legroom, as you can see, is quite nice. Plenty enough, easily going to be able to like stretch my legs out, have kip. Got an IFE system, bit of an older screen, but still very, very usable. Got tray table, seat back pocket. The seat itself does recline as well, so that's very, very nice. And left of each seat is a pillow and a blanket. It doesn't look too bad, We'll be on our way to London Heathrow. The flight time should be about 7 hours, 5 minutes it says, so yeah, should be pretty good I think.
While we were getting settled, a pack of headphones for the IFE system was handed out. Taking a look through the IFE system, the touchscreen itself is very jittery and not the most responsive. There is, however, a very decent selection of TV shows and movies to choose from. And of course, there is my favourite thing, the moving map. Once everyone was on board, we were pushed back and the safety video was played as we taxied our way out to the runway for takeoff. Taking off out of New York's JFK Airport, we begin our 7-hour flight over to London Heathrow. Once in the cruise, the crew handed out a sanitary towel, and then we had nothing for 2 hours, before eventually the meal service was offered. I went for the chicken curry, which I must say did have a very luminous red look about it. It came with a small cake and a chickpea salad on the side. Some wine and water was also given. And I must say, I'm not a fussy eater, but this meal was pretty inedible, especially the chickpea salad, which simply tasted off and sour.
So here we are then in the bathroom of Delta's A330 in economy. It's clean enough, as you can see. Bathroom's fine. However, the rest of the flight, I have to say, is not good. The food was shocking, I must say. The sauce for the chicken was really nice, but the chicken pieces were like mush. The rice was hard on the outside and then mushy on the inside. Don't know how you do that. And the salad tasted sour, so I just didn't eat it at all. It was a chickpea thing, but it wasn't good. Yeah, I don't like to complain about these things because I like to try and find the positives, but I'm struggling with this one. I mean, the chicken that I had, I've genuinely had better chicken on Ryanair. It's not good. And there was two options, the chicken and the pasta, and I heard other passengers who had the pasta say that it was cold, so they had to go and reheat some of the meals again. I mean, why you can't just heat it properly the first time, I don't know. I mean, that's basic stuff. The other thing, the Wi-Fi is not working. They offer Wi-Fi, it's not working, and it's one of those systems where you have to sign up to their website to get the Wi-Fi access, which I'm not keen on that. I think it should be a case if you get the Wi-Fi and you pay for it. If you've booked, say, through Virgin Atlantic or something like that, you shouldn't be forced to sign up to the airline's website. For the praise Delta gets, and it's got codeshare with Virgin Atlantic, I would just go Virgin Atlantic, to be honest. I would like to try Delta again to see if this is just a one-off, because obviously we had the delay at the start, so that may have affected it. But even then, it was a delay for a fault on the engine where a part had to be replaced. Surely that should have been done before the plane was even selected to do this route. Yeah, struggling. I think this might be my first bad review of an airline. Genuinely, I would like to try Delta again to see if it's one-off, because they get so much good praise that I don't think it's fair to wholly judge on one experience. I'm just not that kind of person. It's just not my remit is to fly an airline once and judge the whole company on one flight. I do form an opinion over time for having flown a company several times. So I'm going to put it down to a one-off. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, but this one isn't great. The staff as well, some of the staff are really cheery, really good, but some of them just look like they don't want to be here. Yeah, it's a tough one. And the reason I'm telling you this in the bathroom is because the guy sitting next to me says he flies Delta all the time and loves it, so I didn't want to contradict his opinion in front of him on camera, just trying to be polite. But yeah, sorry. If it was different, I would say different, but it isn't, so I'm not. So let me know down below which route on Delta should I go with to get the experience that people say Delta is good, it's the best airline in America and things like that. Because I don't think it's this one. I'm sure there will be other routes where they have their full premium product on it. Like some airlines do, they run like old aircraft to routes that aren't so important to them. But yeah, let me know. Like I say, I will try Delta again. I'm going to find a route that I can fly them again and yeah, get another experience to compare it to this one to see if this is a one-off or not. But anyway, that's the bathroom. That's my thoughts so far. I'll let you know my final thoughts at the end of the video, of course. But anyway, let's get back to our seat.
Getting back to my seat, the lights had been dimmed and the crew came around with another drink service. I got myself a coffee. After this, I did what everyone else had done and tried to get some sleep. However, this was a bit harder than normal as we hit a patch of heavy turbulence. Eventually, I did get some sleep, waking up as we were passing Ireland, and the crew came around with the breakfast service. When I say breakfast, I mean this mini breakfast calzone. And again, just like the main meal service, this tasted just plain bad. Thankfully, coffee was also given, and that did wake me up. After this, the cabin was prepared for landing, and we began our descent into London's Heathrow Airport. Landing into London Heathrow Airport, I should tell you what this flight cost me. This flight cost me a total of £305 one way, which certainly isn't the cheapest you'll find on this route. It is also worth pointing out that Virgin Atlantic and Delta's pricing on this route are generally in lockstep. So for how little value I actually received on board here, I'd say it's probably better to consider Virgin Atlantic.
Okay, great, thank you.
Bye, take care. Bye.
Okay, here we are then in London Heathrow. Hang about though, because I'm gonna go get a coffee and then we'll have a little chat about how that went. I've got some thoughts.
I have a connecting flight back home to Scotland, so making my way through the transit area, I went to try and pop myself down in one of the Aspire lounges here in Heathrow. If you've made it this far into the video, I just want to say that I will be speaking at the Private Flyers event in May. The event is being held in High Wycombe just outside London, so if you fancy coming along, grab your tickets, the link is in the description.
Boarding pass, please. Yeah, that's all.
Perfect, thank you. So, Delta. What can I say, really? I've had to have a think about this. I've got coffee, by the way. I had to have a think about this. I would like to fly them again to not generalize on one experience. The service was alright. It wasn't the best. Meal was only served 2.5 hours after taking off, which for a night flight when people generally want to get a bit of sleep, not great. Also, the quality of the food was just not good. It wasn't. Yeah, that's all I can say about it really. The seat itself was comfy. Can't complain about the seat. I don't like to complain, but having to complain. Thing is, they have such a good reputation. Such a good reputation. Especially in America. They're considered like the best airline in America. Why is on one of its premier routes that the standard of service? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Again, and I keep saying this, really want to fly them again, and you let me know down below your experiences of Delta, and yeah, we'll try to come to some conclusion to this. But yeah, I will fly them again. I will try some of their other classes as well to compare them. I think they deserve another shot. Their reputation is such that they do deserve another shot. Could just be that the delay at the start caused the staff and everyone to lose their stride with things. So yeah, that's my my 2 cents on the matter. The thing that I keep coming back to is you got carriers like Norse offering a very, very similar standard to that, in some cases better, especially when in fact you get the cheaper fare and you get to choose what you want. It's a tough one, very, very tough one, but again, I will fly them again. So anyway people, you let me know what you thought of this video down below, and if you did like this video, then you should check out this video here. And as always people, we will see you all in the next one.